regrets from the past. Those were situations that weren't meant to last. Oh, this don't have to be forever. But I know you and me were meant to be together. Oh, meant to be together. Oh, maybe it's your Capricorn.
Hey butterflies, my name is Ama Serafina. I am a creator from Akron, Ohio. I've been singing since I was 6, and by the time I was 10, I was writing complete songs. I recorded my first song at Central 8 Studios when I was 15. I figured out that my voice was my superpower, and the joy that I felt from putting pen to paper kept me singing even if people weren't listening. I recently put out an EP. It's a 3-song EP called A Blues 4, and this is my journey to making at least one of those songs a hit.
I was just on the phone with my friend. And we were talking about how much water we drink. And lately I've been getting like 1.5 liter bottles of water because buying the cases of water, nobody wants to carry that upstairs anyways. And then the thought of having all of those bottles of water, those plastic bottles after you drink them at the end of the week, is just like very wasteful to me. So I'm gonna go get some waters from one of my favorite stores, and they only cost $1.25. Taste for broccoli and beef. Oh, that's what I forgot at the grocery store. I need sesame oil and vegetable broth because I bought this broccolini and I want to make the broccoli like I would if I'm making broccoli and beef. And I'm going to make a Cornish hen. My cholesterol was kind of high, so I've been trying to really be careful about what I eat and eat foods with less fat. Because you think you're eating healthy and then all of a sudden go to the doctor and they're like, guess what? You need to stop eating X, Y, and Z. Like, when I hit 30, I had no idea that my body was going to change as quickly as it did. I had minor lactose intolerance when I was in, before 30, but when 30 hit, it's like I can't have a sip of anything with dairy. I cannot eat macaroni and cheese. It's not a good feeling. I like cheese, and it's crazy because it's only certain cheeses that I can eat, and they're usually like the really expensive cheeses, and like, come on, like, can a girl get a break? This is how much water I drink. I'm almost finished with this one, but I finished this one earlier today. So yeah, girl drinks a lot of water. Trying to keep myself regulated. A lot of people ask me what I use on my skin, and honestly, you guys, it's not gonna be a high-end product like you think it is, but it is quality. So I'll talk to you guys a little bit about that later. I'll leave some links in the description for where I buy some of the products if you're just like in a hurry and you want to go check that out. But I'll demonstrate for you guys what I do, give you a little skin routine. Lately I've been using a face wash and a anti-aging cream from Mary Kay. I want to age gracefully. I really have not had too many issues with acne even when I was going through puberty, so I've been blessed. I will say I have been blessed. I've been taking therapy for the last, I don't know, has it been 4 or 5 months? I'm not exactly sure of the length of time. She was able to really help me get a handle on some of the challenges that I was having mentally and emotionally. I'm so grateful that I got the therapist that I have. Like, she's very compassionate and understanding, and of course it's great to speak to somebody who is non-biased. I found my therapist going to Ohio Media School. They had a list of resources that were available to the students. Inspiring Purpose Counseling, they do a women's meetup once a month, and I haven't been to one because I do struggle with social anxiety, and while that is something that I'm trying to conquer, I just don't think that I'm ready to like meet and do a group, although I think I would be interested in the future. They had like a paint and sip with virgin daiquiris, and I was like, oh, I really want to go to that, but my therapist was like, I'm gonna be there, and I was like, oh, I gotta meet you, oh my gosh. I pay through my insurance, so it's not something that I have to worry about another bill added to my monthly expenses, and it's really been useful to help me to have more compassion with myself. If you don't have anybody to talk to while you're going through these things, it can get really heavy. And you know, I've suffered some traumas in my life, as I'm sure most of us have, that they just stuck with me. And it took me a while to say, you know what, I really do not want to continue this cycle of just being unhappy and bitter, and really just not really understanding my own triggers. Because I would like not know that I had this area of sensitivity, and someone would say something that would trigger me, and unknowingly I would, you know, become frustrated or angry, and I'm like, why did that affect me in that way? How did I allow that to get me to a moment of, now I'm angry. Like, no one should have that type of control over anyone. And I definitely did not like feeling like anyone, like a stranger off of the street, could trigger me in a way that was explosive and toxic. That's not a good look. Therapy has definitely helped me to center myself along with meditation, but I believe that there has to be a healthy balance between spirituality and your mental health. I'm not a religious person. I did grow up in apostolic faith church, but I've grown to understand God beyond that. And I do believe that there needs to be a healthy balance between your mental and your spiritual. So I meditate to keep myself centered, my spirit centered, and I speak to a therapist to keep my mental centered. I think that's very important. I think everyone should have a therapist. But there are some people who think it's not for them. It's literally like talking to just someone that you can trust, someone who's not going to judge you, to get those heavy things off of your shoulder. Crying has been a big thing with me. Like, I don't like to cry, but I feel like a really safe space with my therapist, so I'm able to get those emotions out that I've been harboring for such a long time. Like, she's done well with helping me to unpack some of my childhood trauma, and it's helping me to have better relationships, more clarity about the things that I do want and the type of person that I want to be. I would definitely suggest trying it out. If it's something that's been on your mind, I would definitely try it out. Please let me turn, guys. Please let me turn. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. All right, guys, I'm gonna go in here, and I hope they have enough water to last me like 2 weeks, because I'm gonna just try to grab a couple of these large bottles of water. Ooh, this motorcycle is really cool. It's a pretty green color. It's so nice. All right, I did pretty okay. I only spent $62 on necessities, and I did find these shelves that I've been looking for only $2.50 each. I bought 4 of them. I'm actually below my budget. I thought I was gonna go in there and spend like $160. I'm gonna go home, cook some food, and we'll chat later. say hi. Oh no, my face is sweating. I had to take off my eyelashes. Oh, that's a nice shot with that building in the back.
Each breath confirms how awake I already am. Everything is for me, not against me. My shadow shows me where my love needs to be sent. My angels respond when I am open and authentic about how I feel. It is safe to be in my body. I have the right to be excited. I am worthy of all the pleasure my heart desires. I feel worthiness filling every cell of my body, and it feels amazing. I am one eternal light appearing as all. My heart will love again. I am blessed and I am grateful. I live with compassion. I work with compassion. I die with compassion. I meditate with compassion. I enjoy compassion. When problems come, I experience them with compassion.